Hmm? Let's make apple pie today. For that you need 6 to 7 apples. These are fresh from my garden. For a perfect apple pie crust, we need 2 and 2/3 cup of all-purpose flour. Let's take it here. It's little more than 2.5 cups. 2 and 2/3 cups of all-purpose flour. Then mix into it 2 tablespoons of sugar, granulated sugar, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Mix it well. And oh wow, yeah, really we do need lot of butter in it to make it crisp. We need 1 full cup of softened butter, room temperature butter. Mix it all together and mix it well. This butter should be softened but cold. Let it all incorporate together and add 2 ice cubes into it. Or you can add ice cold water. With your clean hands, now just get it all together and make a dough. Use only 3 tablespoons of ice cold water. These are my ice cubes. You have to use cold water. So this is 3 tablespoons of ice cold water. If you are using food processor, just use the pulse button, on off till it gets together and the dough is ready. So now here's the dough, all come together. Do not knead it, just let it come together like this, gather it. Now make 2 parts. Just eyeball it. One for the bottom part, which we will be pressing here in the pie dish, and one will go on top of it after we fill the filling. Now this is a cling wrap, clear plastic. Take out 2 sheets before you knead the dough. Now just press it, cover, and chill this dough for 15 to 20 minutes in the freezer. So this is one and this will be another. And this is another. Press it, hold it, and into the freezer, both of them, for 15 to 20 minutes. All right, this is a pie dish. So let's prepare the pie dish, butter it, and this will be the bottom layer of our apple pie. Butter it nicely and start rolling the crust. This has been chilling for 15 minutes in the freezer. So we are rolling the dough for our bottom crust, and this is called blind baking. That means I will roll the dough, put it in the baking dish, and then I'll show what I do to bake it. All right, let's roll it. and roll up to this size. It should come up to the border. So this should be approximately 1 centimeter thick and enough to cover all our dish. It should come up to the border. Let's check. Yeah, it's perfect. Now how you do it is take this into your hand and put it nicely, let it go down from all the sides, press it and make a nice border. Just make sure this is not too thick at the border, and it should come up because we will be covering when we will fill up the apple filling. So it's nice and tight, not too thick and not too thin. So the meaning of the blind baking is, this is how we bake just for the bottom crust. This is the center of the pie plate. Cut your parchment paper to match with your pie plate. So I'll just cut it and give a round shape like this. All right, we don't need this. Crumble it and let's see. Yeah, perfect. And now you have to put some weight into it. So here I have my beans, green beans. This is just for the weight. We will take it out after baking. These are mung beans. Just for baking we are using them. So the reason why we put this weight, mung beans weight, because so that the bottom crust will be crispy and it won't bubble up and it will stay in its shape. It will stay flat. Now let's bake it 375 for 20 minutes. So it goes in the oven for 375, nearly 20 minutes. So till then, in the meanwhile, while our bottom crust is being baked, we'll make the filling ready. Now we need nearly 6 to 7 crunchy apples. You can use Granny Smith or any crunchy apple. Here I am using from my backyard, from my garden, and these are Cortland apples. Very tasty, sour and sweet. So I will peel them and cut in cubes. Let's peel our apples. Wow, they are so crunchy. Very well. I'm telling you, these are so crunchy and tasty apples. Now I'll show you how to slice the apple. These are so crisp and fresh, and this year they taste even better. So cut it from all the sides, and we need nearly 3/4 to 1 inch pieces. So it will be like this, just 2 and 1 and 2. This big size you need. Make them all ready. Wow, such a crisp apple, nice, beautiful, organic, crisp, sweet and sour. So cut the apples in big chunks. I like crispy, not too mushy. Alright, this is the last apple. We need nearly 6 to 7 cups of big chunks of apple. So we need half cup brown sugar. Now this is what we need for our filling, and quarter cup white sugar. Together they taste better. My family likes sweeter taste, so I am adding 3/4 cup. If you take less sugar, you can add even half cup, that is enough. And again, if your apples are sour, you really need 3/4 cups of sugar. So half cup of brown sugar because my apples are sour side, and quarter cup of white sugar. Together they taste better. Now we also need cinnamon powder and nutmeg. So into the apple mixture we need 1 full teaspoon of cinnamon powder heaped, 1 big, and half a teaspoon of nutmeg powder. Now mix. By the time we mix this and make our apple mixture ready, our bottom layer is baked in the oven. Along with sugar, we also need half a teaspoon of salt, 2 to 3 tablespoons of flour. Corn flour is best, but if you don't have, just all-purpose flour, and dash of lemon juice, maybe 1 teaspoon, and mix well one last time. This gives a nice crunch, and the mixture will not be too mushy, this flour, because of this flour. Now our apple mixture is ready. Keep it aside and quickly roll the other dough, part of dough for our top layer. This is the one. Throw some flour and roll it. Top layer is ready. As big as our pie dish. Now I will go get the bottom crust, which is baked in the oven. Let's get it. Oh wow, fantastic. Look, this is our bottom crust, baking for 20 to 25 minutes in the oven for 375. Now it's time to add the filling and finish it up with the top crust. Let's do it. All right, let's pick up the layer which we just made and cover the pie. All right, looks beautiful already. Let's close it from all the sides, and if you want, you can make a nice design or a frill all around, but it should be closed thoroughly. Now make a nice design with the help of fork, or you can even make a frill. Now the design is ready, which we made. Let's egg wash it so that it won't get burned, and there will be a good glaze or a good shine for our apple pie. We are having Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada, and this dish, apple pie or pumpkin pie, is a must for Thanksgiving, along with the other dishes like turkey and all. So our egg wash is ready. Look how gorgeous it looks already. Wow. And last but not the least, sprinkle some sugar on top of it for the better crunch. This is a white sugar, not too much, just a little bit. here it goes now for baking. And lastly, the vent. You have to make one little vent so the steam goes out like this, and few slits so that our apple pie will not be mushy. Few slits from all over, and yes, it is ready to bake. Right, beautifully made apple pie. How gorgeous! Look. Now this will go into an oven for 425 degree for nearly 30 minutes till the upper layer is crisp. Let's go. So it goes into the oven on the baking tray, 425 for nearly 30 minutes. How gorgeous. Wow. Wow. And here's our pie ready. Wow. And here's our pie ready.